Well, let's go into our lead story of the day regarding PragerU here with Will Witt on the street, highlighting the fact that Americans have no idea what the Holocaust is. This came out in 2019, but it's resurfacing and it's making its rounds because of the debacle that the education system's in. This, quite frankly, is not news to me, might be to some of you, but without further ado, let's go ahead and roll this clip from PragerU with Will Witt.
What's up, guys? This is Will Witt with PragerU, and in honor of Holocaust Remembrance Day, we're asking people what they know about Auschwitz and what they know about the Holocaust. Take a look. What is the Holocaust?
The what?
The Holocaust.
I don't know.
What is the Holocaust?
The who?
The Holocaust.
This some California stuff?
What group of people did the Nazis target?
Oh, why isn't it about Nazis? Kids.
What is Auschwitz?
Auschwitz, the country.
I don't know. Is it the little red mints in a in a container?
Something to do with the war. Back in the days, in the hologram thing.
What is Auschwitz?
Things in space.
That lady just say the hologram thing? Oh my God. And you got this lady here, the space, the thing in the mixed container, the red thing. Oh my God, folks, this is wild.
Close. No. I'll tell you at the end. Do you know how many Jews were killed during the Holocaust?
8,000?
6 million.
Really? I did not know that. That's scary.
What is the Holocaust?
The Holocaust is the execution or the removal of all Jews from Germany.
They wanted to eradicate the Jews.
Alabama schools aren't as bad as they say. Are you a supporter of Israel?
Yeah, I guess, yeah. Yeah, I'm
enough.
a believer, so.
Do you support Israel?
Yeah, Israel's cool. They got a nice little Judaic star.
Do you think it's important that you should know about history and these things?
I should, but at this point, Trump is in office. No matter what you know, we all gonna die.
What an astonishing statement from that lady. A lady that doesn't even know what the Holocaust is, doesn't know what Auschwitz is, probably couldn't even point to Germany or the surrounding areas where some of these camps were on a damn map. Couldn't do a thing, but she's going to sit there and call out Trump, oh, we all going to die. Probably one of the greatest presidents we've had in recent memory. And look where we're at with Joe Biden. Talk about people dying. You literally have 13 American soldiers getting blown up. He pulled it out of Afghanistan. Talk about the thousands of Americans that he left behind. Talk about the hundreds of Afghans just falling from a plane. You want to talk about death? Let's talk about where Afghanistan is at nowadays. Let's look at the Russia-Ukraine debacle. None of this was going on under Trump, but she wants to push this whole thing as if we're going to take seriously anything that she says. It doesn't even know one of the biggest events that happened in human history. God. And as an educator, folks, this doesn't surprise me. I was talking to some people the other week about the education system, and we were talking about graduation rates, how graduation rates are pretty much on any school website, and they all tout, 99%, 98%. And I had to explain to them that graduation rates don't mean anything anymore. We're just passing kids through the system. If you get a C in school, just realistically, it's probably more like a D to an F, a C. So an A is probably the new B to a C plus. Okay, a C plus is probably closer to what a D was, and a D nowadays is just, you're not even there. So this whole idea of like kids graduating high school, it sounds bad, but probably not meeting the standards that we used to meet back in the day where we actually had to pass certain things. Even to go furthermore, when I was in college a few years after, there was a big story about an LA high school that was getting hounded for racism because the black kids couldn't pass the exit exam. And so what did they do? Rather than saying, hey, we're not racist, we're going to treat everybody as equals, regardless of race, regardless of skin color. We all go to the same school. If you can't pass the exit exam, I'm sorry, you're not passing high school. You don't get your general ed. You don't get your diploma. You would think that's the route they went, but no. What did they do? Nah, don't worry about it. You don't have to pass it. So what happened later on? A few years ago with all the Cal State schools in California, kids weren't passing into the remedial English and math. And so they were having impacted prerequisite courses at Cal State universities like Cal State Long Beach, Cal State Northridge, Cal State Fullerton. And so kids couldn't get into the basic like entry level mathematics courses because they're passing high school without knowing math, without knowing English, all those things. And so what do they do? Because kids weren't passing into it, they're doing away with the entry exam into these Cal State schools. So that's why I'm saying none of this comes as a surprise. I mean, you got kids that don't even know how to draw a straight line. And people think I'm joking when I actually tell them that's a famous story. I've had multiple kids over the course of teaching that literally didn't know how to draw a straight line. And people go, well, that's a failure in the education system. Yeah, partly, 100% agree. But it's also a failure for the parent. It's also a failure of the education system, teachers, staff. I mean, it's a failure on all fronts, including the child. If you don't know how to draw a straight line at your senior year of high school, I don't know. There's deeper issues going on there. We can go on for hours about this, but I wanted to highlight the fact again that I think there was a study done, I want to say it's in the millions or something like that, of Americans have no clue that the Holocaust ever even happened. I mean, if you want to talk about repeating history, the whole purpose, right? The big thing we've always been told, we learn history so that we don't repeat history. Well, you're going to repeat it when you got these knuckleheads that don't know a lick of history, American history, world history, not even the fact that the freaking Holocaust happened, where millions of Jews were freaking terminated, and then they're walking around blaming Trump for a bunch of stuff. And you get these same people are blaming Trump, don't know American history, don't know the biggest events in the world history, the most evil events in world history, and are voting for freaking policies like we're about to see right now in Chicago. I hope you enjoyed that clip from the Bald Brad Show. If you did, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all our future content.